This is Simple Trade. Today is July 29th. The market is hovering around the all-time highs, even after today's GDP data is a miss. I'm not sure how people remain so bullish. I mean, the market seems to fall back into this euphoria where you buy the dip and it's always going to go up. I'm not sure how long it's going to last. Looking at the gold price, there has been a weakness in the dollar, so gold price is rising, and so is basic material indexes. We see a large increase in Freeport McMoran and Cleveland Cliffs. Those stocks are rising today, and we're also seeing bank stocks are also rising. I think in terms of Bank of America, I think around maybe 37, 38 is a pretty good support line. There has a lot of volume around this region, and we see the expectation of like a 10-year yield is going to be rising, especially when the inflation expectation is at 2%. The target, I mean the 10-year yield is not going to be always so low below that target. So I think in the year end, the interest rate is going to rise to close to that. So that's why people have this expectation, and that's why I think maybe these bank stocks have bottomed here. And if you want to have some positions, maybe wait a little bit when the stock maybe has a chance to go down further below 38 for Bank of America. Or you can start a position right here. I wouldn't object to that. But if you look at the moving averages, 30-day, 15-day moving average, they all have kind of a pressure on the stock price, and you also see large build-up of selling pressure here. So I think it's going to consolidate around this region, and you can just absorb those stocks when it goes below. Looking at some growth stocks like Tesla, it's pretty bullish. After the earnings, I'm surprised that this earnings season is not so much of a sell the news. It's just a little dip, and then the stock goes up immediately. So it's always like this market reaction is always against regular people's expectation. Like the first inflation data goes out, the market drops, and the second time it happens, the market rises. So it pretty much surprises you, and it teaches you a lesson every time. Right? Last time it's sell the news. This time it's not so much. And I think the Wall Street, the institutions are going to just play this tactics to always go against ordinary people's expectations, so that they can always, take your money, force you to cut your loss, something like that, force you to miss out a good bullish run. I'm not sure. That probably is because of the algorithms. But looking very bullish here. We see some large buys on the Tesla side. Again, I'm still looking at 700-ish price. If it can break up to that, then it's a confirmation to the bullish side. QuantumScape, after yesterday's huge increase with volume, it's retrieving a little bit because all the moving average are pressuring the stock price. I think it's going to still consolidate a few days around 20, 21, 22, and then let's see how it performs. Looking at some Chinese stocks, I mean clearly even after yesterday's brief bounce back, it still meets a lot of pressure at this line. It's really hard to get back up to this above maybe 200 line, 200 price line. It will always be selling pressure, especially when people are losing confidence in the Chinese government. JD, the same story. When you enter this region, it's going to face a lot of pressure. So I'm still going to wait and watch. I'm not sure if the government is going to put more pressure. Usually it's when the government finalizes the penalty, the fine to these companies, and everything is settled down. That's when you can buy. That's when the stock has bottomed. Now it's not, so still waiting here. Look at some meme stocks, right? Um, Looking at the transaction, the order flow here, kind of bullish to me. I think AMC here has a good support around the 60-day moving average. I'm not sure. I mean, this is a squeezing wedge. I'm not sure if it's going to break upside or break to the downside. Judging from this overall market trend, it's more likely, I think, to break to the upside. Bath and Beyond, the same theme. I think $28 is a pretty solid support. At this point, I mean 28.2. A lot of moving average are converging to this line, so I expect here either it's going to be a strong support or it's going to be a strong pressure point if it goes below that. But I would be comfortable to step in and start a position if the stock goes below 27. I mean, that's been consolidating around this line for a very long time. Talenteer, same thing. A large buy yesterday. I think there must be some institutional flowing. Today it's just a small dip that is, letting this stock to breathe a little bit. Overall, I still think that this support line holds around 21, 22. If you have confidence in this company, you can maybe step in now or wait till it drops to somewhere around 21. Chewy is a good story. It seems to be entering this upward trend. The reason being, all these moving averages, 15-day, 30-day, 60-day moving average, they all start to go up. That's because the price, if we look at maybe 60-day moving average, right? The price 60 days ago is lower than today. So that means if the stock keeps at this level, the 60 moving average will go up, and the purple 120-day moving average is also going to at least go even very soon, because 100-day, 120-day moving average is around 5 months ago. It's around March where the price has come down. So as long as the price today is going to be more than 5 months ago, the purple line is going to go flat and possibly rise again. So that means it possibly is a new bullish trend for Chewy. You can buy some position around this price point, maybe around 86 or 83, and see if you can catch up this uptrend. But you do have to have a good discipline. If the stock drops below half of this green candlestick with volume, if it drops below $80, then you have to cut it to limit your risk, right? If we look at airline stocks are showing a little bit of pressure, possibly due to the Delta variant is still lingering around. But I think it's entering a consolidation phase, where these people are debating which effect is stronger, Delta or the vaccines or the new drugs that Pfizer is developing. So I think this support is still going to hold. I plan to start buying at this point, but I'll have to watch very closely how this reopening trade will play out in the next few weeks. Earnings season, almost more than half of the big companies reported. I think most of them are surprisingly good. If you look at the worst performance, like PayPal, Facebook, they didn't really drop that much. I mean, it's still pretty bullish. Not the typical type of seller news we see last time. Pfizer, it's even like breaking out to all-time highs today. I mean, in my view, I think coronavirus is going to be around for a very long time. It's not going to disappear. It's going to turn out to be like some type of a flu or some type of just like flu, you get a vaccine every year. I think that's going to happen for COVID as well. People probably have to get booster shots like every year from now on. So overall, I'm bullish on this stock, Pfizer. I think it's going to profit very well in the long term. Especially, I don't see COVID going away even after we reach herd immunity. So it's been up a lot yesterday. It's coming down to breathe today. I think if the stock goes near maybe 42.3, I think it'll be a good point to try. I mean, if you have faith in this stock, it's usually after this little breathe, a little dip, it's going to continue on the upward trend. But we'll see.